How's it going, guys? Anfield here. Welcome back to a new video. Today's video we're going to be looking at the mouse on mines, and it's a battle I played on stream, so I'll link the unlisted highlight of the stream in the description if you want to check it out. It's got copyrighted audio, so I didn't really upload it because some of you may not be able to watch it, so I didn't make it a normal upload. But if you can watch it, go check it out. I guess it was kind of funny. But yeah, so we're going to look at the battle here and basically talk a little bit about the mouse. And just before I get into that, it's hard now to actually see mines, having seen the HD version of it. Oh, this is so ugly. I feel like such a snob. I can't really look at this mines now. It looks so ugly compared to the HD one. But anyways, yeah. So the mouse, as most of you will know, obviously was buffed in the previous patch, and it's very, very strong. It's basically undeniably overpowered. You know, the only thing it doesn't have going for it, I guess, is speed, but everything else easily makes up for that. So its armor is incredibly good. It was always pretty good when angled, especially against standard ammunition, but now it's even better, and it does quite well against premium ammunition even. So it's yeah, it's very potent. I'm sure it must receive a nerf at some point. All the tank really needed was the gun buffs, perhaps. I don't know why. You know, to be honest, all I would have maybe buffed is the DPM and even left that gun handling alone, but they buffed everything other than the speed. So yeah, 3,200 hit points now, an extra 200. It's not that significant, but you know, it does add up, and it's extra hit points you can use in a battle. And it's like, it's insane, because before it was just sort of a damage sponge that could do a little bit of damage, but now it dishes out tons of damage. The DPM is that good now, and the gun handling is good, which means you don't really mess up that many shots. It's crazy. It's honestly, I've been trying to think for the past few days, and maybe some of you can help me. I'm trying to think of a tank that's been released in a live server version, not just on the test server. A live server tank that has been this powerful, and I was trying to think, and I couldn't think of anything that's ever been released that's been this good at this tier. I mean, the T57 pre-heat nerf and pre-gun handling nerf was very, very good at dishing out tons of damage. It didn't have the survivability the mouse had, and it was quite slow though, so even that, I don't think, you know, you had the E5, but the E5 was, you know, it was good, but it's not quite mouse. I've been trying to think, honestly, I couldn't think of anything that, you know, before being removed or nerfed or anything that had been released into a live version. The only thing that could have been was the Kranwagen, but that was nerfed before it reached the live server. But the initial version of that tank was very good as well. So yeah, I've been trying to think, maybe some of you can help me. Honestly, I'm at a loss. I mean, you have like the Waffle, but I mean, the Waffle was slow, and yeah, it had a lot of damage output, but it had no armor, no protection. It was huge. Yeah, so it was just a big target, and the mouse can actually block things and do all that damage, so I don't know. I honestly can't think of anything that's been quite this good. So if you know anything, please let me know. I do find it curious with the mouse, the way that Wargaming decided to buff the armor on this and the Type 5 Heavy so significantly is a weird decision, because, you know, it's to protect the tanks, I suppose, from being penned too easily and premium ammunition, but the Type 5 in particular is still terrible, because the flat sides that existed that he could chew through still exist, and the armor buffs don't change that. The tank was always good against standard ammunition, although now it's slightly better, I guess, but you know, most of the time most tanks couldn't penetrate standard. The sloping wasn't great, but the thickness was good enough that you would be pretty okay against AP, but it's still bad against heat, so it's really weird. The problem is, if now Wargaming were to do something about premium shells, the mouse would only gain even more power. Now, I can't see a way, even without that they don't nerf this tank. They have to nerf this tank. If you need any more proof, just look at the Wargaming League and see the current meta of all the mice that are now being brought. Yeah, it's bad. To be honest with you, I think we should expect a patch before the global grand finals, but not before the LAN finals for all the regions. So it's unlikely the mouse will be buffed for those, or nerfed, sorry. Look at that snap. That's so dirty. Anyway, it's unlikely the tank will be nerfed before those regional finals, but there should be a patch in between the global grand finals and now. that should nerf this tank, because it's crazy. It's really, really, really good. There you can see already hitting me from the back for 659, which is like not that significant, to be honest with you, considering he's got my rear to shoot at. Although he's probably more like shooting my angled side, but yeah, you can just see it's so good. It's so very good. And to be honest with you, you know, this isn't even a long battle. This is a 5-minute battle where my mouse has farmed almost 8,000 damage so far. That's almost no time at all to farm that amount of damage in such a slow tank. Granted, mine's is a small map, but you know, it used to be really dangerous that, you know, with artillery and TDs and mediums being able to pen you at angles if you get it wrong, and you know, but now you can sort of be flanked from the side, but you know, even side angles that look flat on the mouse are like bouncing angles. It's crazy. But yeah, so the mouse is really good. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about it while we watch the replay, because I didn't really want to go over the replay in terms of analysis, because there's not really much to talk about. It's just sort of me rolling through with a mouse and laughing at people. The only times I've taken real damage has been when I've been sort of lazy towards the end here, trying to farm damage, and not protecting myself properly because the battle is over. So yeah, 5.3k blocked. I mean, you guys probably saw the Lakeville battle that I posted for the memes, where I just rolled down the middle just because I could. It's crazy. It's honestly, it's so powerful. But yeah, if you guys can think of another tank that was ever released onto the live server that was better than this, I would honestly love to hear it, because I don't think there has been that I can remember. Certainly no tier 10 that was ever this good, but perhaps there was a lower tier maybe? I don't know. Well, lower tier is in 8. I don't care. Anything lower than tier 8 is pointless. So no like Panzer 1Cs or whatever that padding tanks are. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the casual mouse farm, and I'll catch you on the next video.